What's goody? All right, let's see. Go live. Yo, what's good, everybody? We are live in Hawaii. How you guys doing? I am chilling. Take some dabs out the Puffco. What should I dab first? We got Super Silver Piff, Sour Diesel, Skittles, and Honey Banana. Let me know what you think. Probably going to go with a Piff dab first just because, got to stay piffy, of course. But what's good, though? What's goody? What's goody? Running low on the Super Silver Piff, man. Running low. Another beautiful day in Hawaii. I'm sorry to all you guys stuck in New York with the snow. When did the Cross Bronx haze drop? I see it's already out of stock. Damn, bro. Honestly, that was an old drop. I probably do still got a couple packs left. If you really want one, dog, I could put one in stock for you. Just shoot me a DM or send me an email, and I got you. Cali was good, yo. Percussionist was goody. Piff dabs, baby. Let's go. All right. Cheers, everyone. I ordered some Blockwork Piff instead. Thank you, bro. That's some fire shit. Can't go wrong with that. Yo, hope all is well with you too, homie. Chilling in Hawaii right now. We got the Hawaii Cannabis Expo in a couple days. I'm also hosting an event out here, Piffy in Paradise. Shit's about to be lit, guys. I want to move out here so bad. I fucking love it so much, man. How long did you veg the strawberry haze? It all depends on how big you want the plant to be when it's finished. I can never tell you exactly how long to veg something. It all depends on how big your space is and how big you want the plant to be. You can go 12-12 from seed. You can veg for 30 days. You can veg for 90 days. You can veg for as long as you want, brother. It's, veg it up till it's about half the size of your tent and then flip it. Boom. Fill that bitch in. That's the best advice I could give. Just did a Super Silver Piff dab. Let's go. Is weed legal in Hawaii? Yes, but not recreational. They're only medical here. But every medical person can grow 10 plants per medical card. And you're also allowed to be a caregiver up to 5 people. So you can have maximum of 50 plants, which is fucking fine by me, brother. I'm good with 50 plants. I don't know about you guys, but if I lived here, I'd be growing 50 big ass trees. you know, and then you kind of work it out. Like the way that most people do it here is if you're someone's caregiver, then you can give them one free ounce when the harvest is done, and then you sell them each other ounce for $150 each, and that's kind of $200 each, $250 each, whatever the cost is, and that's kind of how it works out here. But yes, you are allowed to grow, but only medical, not rec. How many plants can you grow in New York City? In New York City, you can have 6 plants per person, 12 plants per household, and that's recreational. So every person in New York City can do that. You can grow up to 12 plants per household if there's 2 people residing in it. And that's not flowering or veg, it's just total amount of plants. But in New York City, they don't really fuck with you. If you're over the plant count, you don't really get in trouble. They'll just hit you with a small fine, like a couple $100. And 9 times out of 10, they don't even take the extra plants. They just come out, give you a fine, and that's it. And that's only if some shit happens where the cops got to come to your house for whatever reason, which, you know, hopefully you're not just having cops at your house all the time. So it's pretty easy to get, you know, slide with plants in New York City since there's also so much other crime and everything like that. That's why I live in New York, you know, because I came from New Jersey originally, and home grow is still not legal in any sense there, not medical, not recreational, nothing. So I had to get the fuck out of there and get into somewhere where home grow was semi-legal. That way I could at least keep some genetics alive and keep doing my thing, you know? So, but yeah, Hawaii is good, man. 10 plants each. You could have up to 5 cards per house. You know, if you have a property and you subdivide it, you know, as many times you subdivide it is how many 50 plants, 50 plants, 50 plants. As long as you got enough people that'll sign you as their caregiver. Well, it should be pretty easy to find, right? So, super dope shit, man. Super dope shit. Pot Snobs 808. What's good, homie? Running the dab bar in Piffy in Paradise on Wednesday. Can't wait. Make sure you guys come get some free dabs if you're in Hawaii. We're going to be having a good-ass time, bro. Going to be having a good-ass time. So keep dropping questions in the chat, guys. Let's get all the info out. Now is the chance. If you got anything to ask it now, because I'm here. I'm ready. So let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I'm excited, man. Hawaii is beautiful. Another beautiful day out here. Getting some color. Got a little burnt yesterday. Shit turned into a nice tan, though. And, you know, shit's lit. When will seed packages be mailed out? So if you ordered between January 19th and February 10th, all orders will be mailed out February 10th. But to give back for that, we also gave you guys 50% off. Plus, there will be one limited unreleased pack per order. If you spend under $100, you're going to get a 3-pack. If you spend over $100, you're going to get a 10-pack. And that's of brand new genetics that I've never dropped before. Super limited fire release. So go check that out. Use code Hawaii for your 50% off. I'm going to send the email out again. Guys, if you're not getting the email list, you're missing out on all the deals. Go to piffcoastfarms.com. Go to the bottom of the website and go subscribe to our email notifications. If you have subscribed and you haven't really seen an email come through, go check your spam. Go to your spam, look for emails from us, go to the top of it, mark it as not spam, and then you will start to receive those emails. So go tap in, guys. Go tap in. I just DM'd you on IG. It's me, Buds and Butter. Yo, Kyle, what's good, homie? Good shit. All right, bet. Yeah, hit the DM. I got you, brother. Always. You're the man. I appreciate you. Let's go. Good info. Keep asking questions, G. Keep asking questions. We are here. That's what we do. It's there's ever anything you wanted to know, now is the time to ask. This shirt feels mad tight right now. It's hot out here. It's like 75, 80 degrees right now. Super humid, but it feels great. It's way better than that fucking foot of snow y'all got in New York. Let's go. I'm going to take another dab. Next, what do you guys think? Should I go with... I just took a Super Silver Piff dab, so I'm thinking next I'm going to go... I haven't taken a Skittles dab in a couple days. Take a Skittles dab. Shit is fire, guys. Straight original Z. Can't go wrong with it. So good. When will you have PCF Fem seeds? So we have feminized and regular seeds on our website. Make sure you check in the descriptions of each strain and take note whether it says feminized or regular seeds. Right now, all of our haze lines are fems and all of our sour lines are regs. The reason for that is because I haven't found a worthy haze male that I feel is not going to take away from the terps. So that's why I've kept that all. That's why I haven't made haze regs. They're all fems. Sour diesel, easier to find regs. I was able to use the Karma Genetic Sour male. And Karma Sour came from Res Dog Sour. Res Dog Sour came from Soma's New York City Diesel. So it's a pretty good heritage, in there. And, that's where I'm at. Can't wait for the vendor's new genetic. Let's go. Skittles, the only thing that rivals the church is the unreleased seed some piff or what? It's definitely some piff, G. Definitely some piff. I'm not going to release what it is yet because it's a surprise. But I promise you it's going to be some fire. Don't say Z, that's whack as fuck the candy companies and their scummy lawyers. Just say Skittles. Word. It's just easy. It's a nickname. It's just easier to say. Look, man, I'm a big hater of candies and all shit like that and new age weed. I gotta say, Skittles is worth the hype. I hated on Skittles for a long time until I tried original Skittles, the original Z, and that shit is fire, bro. Can't front. Soma, unfortunately, fake smell only. Yeah, Soma's is a grapefruit diesel. So it's not actually what we know as sour diesel. But that being said, it's still the male that Res Dog used in his line, which carried over to Karma Genetics line, which carried over to my line. So, I actually don't see much grapefruit in the progeny. It's been bred out so far since that male was used. But you got to give credit where it's due, and that is the male that was used, originally for that cross. And Soma's and New York City Diesel is supposedly a bag seed that he got from New York. That's his story. He's sticking to it. That's what the story always was. So, but yes, if you've ever, I grew Soma's New York City Diesel back in maybe 2008 to 2010, somewhere in there. And when I grew it, it was straight grapefruit. It was not sour. It was not sour. What's the original Z cross? I don't know. I don't think anyone actually says. I would ask Tony Mendo from Terpogs. He's probably the guy to ask for that, but apparently it was something that got, I think it was I want to say a cherry pie or some shit. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to say. I know it's got some OG in it. It's hard to say what this is. That shit tastes so fire, though. Watermelon Skittles is the best weed I've ever grown. Hoping your block haze puts it in its place, though. Let's go. How much should an ounce of Blockwork Piff be in New York City? Well, we do ours normally for around 300. That's pretty much the going rate in New York for homegrown fireweed. 250, 200 to $300 an ounce, sometimes even up more, 450, shit like that. It all depends on the batch, on the grower, how much they're putting out. Really, it's however much that you feel comfortable paying for it at the end of the day. Whatever your customers are willing to give, whatever you're willing to pay as a customer, whatever the case may be. I got faith in your breeding skills. Homie said the Skittles was grape ape, grapefruit, and a third mystery strain. Damn. Bro, you guys are bubbling. Here in Rhode Island, standard is $100 an ounce for homegrown. It's terrible, bro. Weed prices are in the fucking gutter everywhere. Everybody's on a race to the bottom. But because they're getting pounds from Cali for $600 and they can do $100 ounces, if your shit is truly homegrown and it's truly fire and it's truly unique, then they can't go just get that somewhere else. So you get to demand and control the price on that. That's why I grow super unique shit. I just grow the shit that I like. And if you like it too, that's dope. If you don't like it, I'll smoke it all. That way I don't got to pay for someone else's weed. So I'm winning regardless because I'm growing what I love and I'm smoking for free. And if I can make some money back on that shit, cool. I don't grow just for money. If you get into this and you start growing just to make money, you're already going to lose. If you really love this shit, then you will continue to prosper. If you're just in it for the money, you'll see real quick that you don't win every single time. You're going to have your ups and downs. You're going to have your wins and losses. You're going to get a fucking, super big come up one day. Next day, shit comes crashing down and you lose all that money. And that's just kind of how it goes. But that's life. That's what everything, and it is what it is. I'm just happy to be doing what I actually love to do, man. Let's go. Tyler in the building. If it ain't piffy, it ain't itty. Let's go. If it ain't piffy, it's iffy. You heard? I just finished a run with your African haze. She is pure fire. Let's go. Did you get the cut of African from me or what? Because I didn't actually create African haze. That one's from Top Dog Seeds, but I have sold clones of it, so curious on that. Smoke shops fucks the weed game up in New York City. Everything is sprayed in the smoke shops. Yeah, the kids nowadays, they love that spray pack. But look, if they are going to smoke vapes that taste like watermelon, why wouldn't they smoke weed that tastes like watermelon? We got to think about that. It's just what it is, That's just what it is. I got it from a close friend. Word. Yeah, just so you know, homie, Top Dog NYC is the creator of African Haze. I did not create the African, although I have made some crosses with it and stuff like that. But just so you know. I believe that it's Malawi crossed with original haze. That's what the cross is on African Haze. But I did not make that originally. I definitely spread the clone around a lot and stuff like that. Now I did give Top Dog a bunch of piff cuts. Any new piff drop that he has is because I gave him the cut. So I gave him the Cuban Black Haze cut in like 2019, 2020, and all his new piff crosses since then have been from that. But you still got to give credit to the breeder, who's the one who actually put the pollen to the plants, created the seeds. Just because I gave him the cut doesn't mean the strain is mine. Once you make your own shit, in my opinion, that strain is yours, That's just how it goes. It's slave labor now. I hate that New York is spray central, man. Life without risk. Everyone sticks their hand in the pot. Gotta educate more. Gotta educate more on the spray pack. It is not it. I almost want it to be illegal again so I can go full Al Capone. I feel you, bro. Fuck a spray pack. Have you ever tried NYC Haze from JJ? Yes, definitely, brother. I gave him the cut to make NYC Haze. I was there. He used the Mango A5 male on the Piff cut. I've seen plenty of phenos from it. A bunch of people entered NYC Haze phenos into PiffCon several years in a row. And yeah, shit comes out pretty fire, bro. It's pretty decent, regular Piff line. But I don't know, that A5 tie, or it's not A5 tie, it's Mango A5, I think that he used. It seems to draw the flowering time out a bit longer. And it just, you know, still not something I would use to make regs. Since I've worked so hard to make it a faster flowering Piff line than the originals, I don't want to hit it with a male that's just going to reverse all that work I did and make it long flowering again. You know, I want shit that people can actually grow in this day and age. Of course, I still make some long flowering strains for the connoisseurs and the people that are willing to grow 90, 120 days. But 95% of the seed market, people that actually buy seeds, are looking for something they can actually grow in today's market. You know, if your shit's going more than 75 days is usually the maximum for people. If your shit's going more than 75 days, bro, you might sell a couple packs of seeds, but they're going to sit in people's vaults, man. Only a very select few people are going to grow that long flowering. And if your shit sits in people's vaults, they don't ever grow it. They don't ever share pictures of it. Nobody is going to learn about you, and you're not going to get bigger. You're just going to still only appeal to those home growers and connoisseurs that are willing to go that long. So if you want to, you know, build your company and you want to build your reach, then you have to learn that you can appeal to everyone, even if it's not exactly what you like, you know? Still, I try to breed with only shit that I like, but I am going to hit some other shit here and there that, like, you know, I'm not really into, but other people are. You want to hit this? I'm live right now, too, just so you know. Johnny Green Thumb was good. What you get your hands on in Hawaii so far, and how is it? So I got some lightsaber from Care Waialua. It's Skywalker OG times Northern Lights. That was pretty fire. What else did I get? I got some shit from Lab Grown Genetics. One was like Jack Style Haze, and I forget what the other one was. They were both pretty fire. I went to my boy Pot Snobs, and he got all different types of hash, some local shit that's really good, like 2-gram buckets for 90, pretty damn good. But all the events are starting soon, so that's when I get to really see the weed community. Right now, I only still have my friends that I know from online or from last year and stuff, and I met up with a couple of them. I got to see a couple cool grows. I got to see some cool flower. Didn't get any clones yet, but my boy's working on getting me the actual Maui Wowie clone, so we're going to see. We're going to see. You need my Colombian haze, the real purple haze, but the time frame won't be short. Yeah, I definitely want to check out the Colombian strains because I feel that's where a lot of this shit comes from, you know. Although I have grown some Thai shit that also has those terps too. So, you know, that's what's always, I feel like the Colombians, Thais, and Mexicans all have those terps. So, like, where did the Jack terps come in, bro? What fucked the haze game up? What genetic was it that they added to the haze to make it all terpinolene dominant? That's what we don't want, you know? That's what we don't want. You sell clone plants? If so, how much? Yes, we do have clones. Hit my DM, bro. We'll figure it out. All different pricing. You ever bringing back Manhattan Green? Manhattan Green is sold out. Brown haze times, block work, fully sold out right now. They fuck it up in Jersey. Out here too. When I told one of my friends about you, they said if you shorten the flower time too much, it won't come out as hazy. I don't know if I agree. I'm skeptical, but what are your thoughts on that? Are some of your shorter flower times just as piffy? Purple haze was traditionally haze crossed with purple tie. So to answer your question, and Johnny Green Thumb over here said something too. He said that short flowering times takes away from a lot of potency, effects, and a lot of other things. All right, guys, so this is where I'm at. I know it's not the most popular opinion, but it is more science-based and experience-based than just a lot of bro science and reading shit on the internet. In my experience, flowering time does not affect potency or effects. Potency and effects are coming from cannabinoids, terpenes, flavonoids, and the elements like that within cannabis. So if you can find a pheno that finishes in 70 days as opposed to 90 days, and it still has the same level of terpenes, it still has the same cannabinoids, it still has the THCV, which is THCV is the psychedelic shit that most people find in the sativa long flowering varieties. Now, you can, if you cross that genetic to something short and you grow enough seeds and you do the proper testing, you find something that still has myrcene, still has ocimene, still has pinene, still has THCV, still has CBN, still has CBD, THCA, all of the different cannabinoids in cannabis. You can still find something that affects you the same exact way. So the only thing that I can tell you from experience that I have found different, there's a possibility that long flowering strains will have more of a full, like a full style effect, because when you have trichomes that are already developed at day 30 and they're on the inside of the buds or the lower plant portion of the plant, right? By day 90, those day 30 trichomes are going to be super oxidized. So in that regards, you'll have more oxidized all the way to clear. So it could make a more full, I'm losing the fucking word here, but full, what is the fucking word, bro? Full spectrum, more full spectrum kind of effect, I would say. But aside from that, you know, guys, it is scientifically proven effects come from fucking terpenes. Effects come from flavonoids. Effects come from cannabinoids. It's not just about flowering time. If you grow enough seeds and you find the phenotypes that are shorter flowering but still have those effects, you know, still have those cannabinoids, you can find what you're looking for. I promise you, my PC3, it's a 63-day pheno. That shit wakes you up like a cup of coffee. And normally I don't promise effects, but for that one, everyone literally says it. You would never know that it's 63 days unless I told you. If I put the PC3 in a golden haze bag and I told you it was 120-day flowering time, you would believe me. I just don't do that. But I promise you, that shit is not losing anything on smell. It's not losing anything on effects. The only thing is it's shorter flowering. And if you don't believe me, you should definitely come and try that shit for yourself. It is fucking amazing, brother. It is amazing. PC3, Piff S2 number 3. She was number 3 out of 19 females that finished. I popped 25 seeds originally. She's an S2 pheno. Number 3, that's the one. That's the one that I've done a lot of my breeding stuff with, But guys, if you don't agree with me and you have any scientific backing that shows longer flowering time creates different effects, let me know. Because the only thing that I can logically see scientifically is the more full spectrum feeling from having oxidized trichomes all the way to the newer ones being clear. Other than that, I truly feel that it comes from cannabinoids, terpenes, flavonoids, and those elements within cannabis that don't rely on the flowering time. But, I've been doing this for a long time, and I've been specializing in trying to make these sativas short flowering, And the reason for that is because 95% of the community will not grow something long flowering. Piff is not a fucking on every menu, because not everyone can grow it. But that's what we are changing, guys. I now have a 55-day cut that you can put in any grow room, next to any cookies, next to any short flowering candy strain, and it will still perform and it'll still work in today's environment. That's what we did so different than everyone else to create what we are today. Guys, you have to evolve with the times. It is fucking dope as fuck to be smoking the same weed since the 90s and shit like that. But if you run a business and you want to grow and you want to, if you want to sell your seeds to more than just home growers who grow 90-day sativas, then you have to learn how to fucking change with the times. Or you need to create that solution to the problem. Let's look at what the problem is. Why don't you see piff on the streets anymore? Why? Because all the Cuban growers switched to candies, bro. Because they're getting more for it, and it's done faster. It makes no sense for them to grow a 90-day strain anymore. It just doesn't. There's one or two, maybe 10 of those long times still growing the same shit, but it's few and far between. If they can get, instead of 3 crops a year, now you can get fucking 6, why wouldn't you do that, right? So you got to be the one to create the solution for that problem, and that's how you become successful. Any person that's successful has created a solution to a problem. And if you have that problem, chances are 1 billion other people on the earth have that problem as well. And if you start creating solutions for people, that's when you created a good business. I got faith in you, man. I think over time you can absolutely gradually shorten the flower time and maintain high quality. It's just a matter of selective breeding over a long period of time. There you go. I agree with you on that one, homegrown and handmade and homemade. 63-day piff is amazing. Yeah, that's it, man. If anybody got anything they want to chime in on that, let me know, bro. I'm here for like all the real shit. All the real shit, Don't just tell me long flowering shit is better just because. Tell me that you never grew something that had those terps and cannabinoids that was short flowering. Then I could believe it. Look, I don't like fucking cookies and shit either, bro. I don't like the high from that shit. But I do like the high from my shorter flowering hazes. A lot of people get stuck on this and say, look, that shit has nothing on the sativas. Yeah, bro, because it's a totally different thing. It's totally different terps, totally different cannabinoids that's in the strains of today. So how about you try growing one of the fast flowering ones of that kind of strain, and you tell me if it has those effects. It's not going to make you sleepy, I'm here to learn. Thanks for explaining all this. Hell yeah, thank you, Tyler. If you have any more questions to throw into the mix, that would be great. Anything I said, if you need me to reiterate or if you need any further explanation, let me know. I can ramble and shit, but it's better when I have questions that I can answer because it gives me topics and stuff to, talk about. A lot of the times, though, once I go through that explanation, it kind of shuts down all arguments of, long flowering is better. And then I never really hear crickets after that. But it makes people think. And it makes you say, oh shit, maybe this guy is onto something, bro. Maybe. You just have to grow some of our seeds and find out, bro. Let's go. How long after flip to flowering does it take for my tent to smell like dirty old church in the Heights? Man, well, it depends how big you... Send me pictures of the size of the plants that you flipped, and I can kind of give you a better idea, but... Between 3 to 5 weeks, you should start smelling the terps. Hazes are a little slower onset, you know, so it might be stretching for the first 3 weeks and not even throwing buds yet. So just keep that in mind. But, yeah, between 3 to 5 weeks, you should start getting those terps. Just getting stronger and stronger as it goes on. Here you go, baby. Let's go. Keep dropping questions in the chat, guys. Let's get the conversations going. Got 17 people watching on X. We got 1 person on Twitch. And we got 3 on YouTube. We got 2 on Instagram. So all the homies that are in here watching live, please drop some questions in the chat. Let's get some conversations going. I should honestly clip that explanation out from this live video and post that and see what people have to say about it. What do you guys think of my theories? You know, I'm a very logical kind of person, and I try to talk based on experience and not just bullshit, you know? What's up with the green piff? Ooh, green piff is fire. I think that one's sold out. I might have like 2-3 packs left. I'm gonna finish that. Green Piff is Piff S1 crossed with Blockwork Haze. Piff S1 is fucking fire, bro. It's really like that golden haze. It's really good. It's really good. Go tap in. Well, you can't tap in on Green Piff because I know it's sold out on the site. I only have a few packs left in the stash. If you're a good customer and you really, really want one of those, you know you can always hit my DM and see what I don't have on the site. Any new drops coming out soon? Yeah, when I get back from Hawaii, I'm finally going to drop the banana piff, guys. Also, by the time I get back from Hawaii, I'm going to start shucking all the plants that got pollinated by Grapefruit Chem. They were all just chopped 2 days ago. Shout out Semi for holding the garden down while I'm gone. So all the Grapefruit Chem plants were chopped except for the Cuban Black Haze. We're going to let that one finish out a bit longer, let those seeds mature a bit more. But, yeah, bro. Like, so I just reversed the Grapefruit Chem onto Sour Diesel, Lemon Tree, Skittles, fucking Big Island Widow, Sharon White Widow, Green Crack, fucking Pineapple Piff, Lavender Piff, Strawberry, Kyle Cushman Strawberry Cough, fucking, what else? All types of shit, man. So all those seeds are coming out soon, guys. All those seeds are coming out. All the G-Chem reversals. Right behind that, we're just about to flip for a Harlem Dreams reversal again. I have to restock on the Midnight Mass and Holy Communion seeds. Those are just getting old because now they're hitting 5 years old. So I just want to replenish those with fresher stock for our website. We're also hitting a bunch of crazy shit with the Harlem this round. So a bunch of new crosses. I like to reuse the same female sometimes because those crosses are already proven, not Herms. They're already proven fire piff. So can't really go wrong using that one again. So, and then right after that, we are going to do the OG Kush male. So I have a OG Rascal, Fire OG, BX1 male. I'm going to be hitting that to every OG Kush cut I can find. And it's going down. Also hitting the Albany Sour, the Pifco Sour Diesel, Skittles, all that good shit. All that good shit. My favorite was Harlem River Haze, the Medusa cut. Lobster fan be going crazy. I wish he sold cuts. I had that cut for a while. I got rid of it. It's just a little too earthy for me. It is a good cut. Lobster is a great grower, bro. Living soil. Anything he grows comes out fire. I love the pineapple piff. He's the one who gave me that. He also gave me a lemon piff that was from 707 Seed Bank. Great plant, just no vigor. So yeah, some fire shit. Shout out Lobster, man. He be killing it. He took first place 2 years in a row in the under 63-day category. Once with the PC3, another time with Holy Communion. So shout out to Lobster for sure. He be killing it. Let's go. Drop some more questions in the chat, guys. We got about 18 minutes left, so if there's anything that you want to know, let me know. Going out to Honolulu today. Have some dinner with one of my boys at around 6 o'clock tonight. So it's only 12:30 here in Hawaii. It's early. So New York is a lot later. But I like it because I'm up at like sunrise here. So it's dope. It's dope. Let's go. 5:20 in New York, right? Or in 5:30 in the East Coast right now. What up, Herb the Third? How you doing, bro? Let's go. We got 17 people on X, 1 person on Twitch, 5 on YouTube, and 3 on Instagram. Drop some questions in the chat, guys. Let's go. Give me some topics. If you have any questions, now is the time to ask. I'm just here chilling in Hawaii, taking dabs, getting ready for our event on the 28th. It's going to be super lit. It's called Piffy in Paradise. We got a bunch of local growers coming out. Can't wait to see all the homegrown fire on the island. I'm super fucking excited. This shit is about to be lit, guys. What's your thoughts on auto seeds for beginner growers? I'm not against autos, you know. I'm not against autos. A lot of people hate on autos. I don't hate on autos. They got their own place, you know. For a beginner grower, yeah, it's cool. Just stick it in a pot and it's going to flower for you. You don't have to worry about switching the time, the flowering schedule. You don't have to worry about light leaks. You don't have to worry about a lot of the shit that fucks up for beginners. So I think it's cool. I actually have a Hayes auto project going. It's a Neville Hayes auto that I'm crossing to the Piff. And then I'm going to work that like 3 generations to get it Piff autos for you guys. I'm also working on Sour Diesel autos. So autos are coming, but it's going to take about 2 years until they're ready to drop, just with the schedule that I have, you know. Honestly, realistically, I could do it in 9 months if I took every run and did them all autos, but I can't dedicate every run to autos, so I'm going to have to split it up and do it within about 2 years. But yeah, auto piffs and auto sours are coming, guys. Keep an eye out for that. Let's go. What up with everybody saying candy is Reggie now? Because that is the regular, you know? Reggie just means the regular weed that you could buy anywhere, right? So, if we're looking at it from what that nickname came from, the lowest you can get, the lows now today are gelato packs from last year, right? So, that shit is what it is. You can't find Mexican brickweed no more. That used to be the lows. That used to be the Reggie. But today, Reggie, regular weed, is outdoor gelato. Old packs. Or, China packs. That's regular shit today. Now the exotics are the homegrown shit. The exotics are the fucking long flowering shit. The exotics are the, small batch stuff, right? And that's the za. So it's just the weed fucking culture moves with what's available and what the growers are growing. So it all starts with the growers. It all starts with what they're growing. And that's just what it is. Herb the Third said, dude, autos are not easy to do it justice. Autos are not easy, at least, to breed. Autos are a bitch to breed. It takes a fucking couple years, but I think it's going to be worth it in the end. Because if you guys didn't know this, now you know, autos are the number one selling seed in the world. The number one selling seed in the world is a single autoflower seed. When a new grower starts growing and they Google what genetics to grow, every forum is going to tell them, start out with an auto, bro. And what do? New growers, they go and find autoflower seeds. The number one selling seed in the world is an autoflower. So if you have a seed company and you sell seeds and that is your job, and that is your business, and you don't sell autos, you are missing out on the number one selling product in your market. And I don't sell autos, and I am missing out big time. I have so many customers that ask if I have autos, and I don't. And that's why I'm doing it, guys. And I also have other opportunities to use and sell autoflower seeds. There are many farms that don't propagate. They do not make clones. They either buy clones from a nursery or they pop autoflower seeds. Here's a good use for autoflower seeds. In the beginning of the season, right? And you want to pop seeds super early. Say like you have a greenhouse and you don't feel like light depping it. Light depping it means like covering it so the sun doesn't penetrate for a certain amount of hours a day so you can put it in flowering mode, right? If you don't want to light dep and you have a big ass greenhouse or just an outdoor space and you want to grow 2 crops a year, if you want to grow 2 crops a year, the first set of seeds that you pop can be autoflowers. Then the second seeds that you pop can be photoperiods, and you can run those full term. If you pop photoperiods from the beginning of the season, depending on how many you're growing, if you have a large scale farm and you're not looking to grow like huge monster plants that require defoliation, staking, labor. It all comes down to labor. So if you can grow smaller trees that stand on their own, that don't need trellising, that don't need staking, they don't need defoliating, it's easier to grow that without having the manpower to do all that. So that's why a lot of growers opt for 2 harvests per season rather than 1. So, and at the same time, those big plants, when they get so dense, they might mold. You might have more of a crop loss due to mold if you only grow 1 cycle per year starting early. Now, you can just skip that auto cycle in the beginning and plant your photoperiod seeds a bit later, but then you're missing out on all that unused space where you could have gotten a short crop, you know? Auto flowering seeds flower from seed to harvest 75 to 100 days typically, right? So you can run that from April to July, and then you could pop your full terms from July to fucking October, November even, if it doesn't get too cold, if you have a greenhouse, right? So let's go. Hope your trip is going amazing for you. Yo, thank you, Justin. I appreciate you, homie. Haha, what did Daz do with your PC3? Fucking nothing, bro. I sent this guy the cut. Went out of my way to send the cut fucking years ago. And he did nothing. He was supposed to make Crossett's one of his auto mails, send it to me so I can make F2s and F3s, and then we were supposed to have a collab auto flower line, and this motherfucker didn't do shit. He didn't do anything he promised he would do. So it was completely useless. This guy Daz from Night Owl Seeds, he's a auto flower. He's an expert in auto flowers, and I really wanted to work with him, you know. So I sent him my clone, and he said that he was going to make the first generation. And I waited fucking 2 years and kept asking him, what's up? And he kept blowing me off. Now he made photoperiod crosses with my fucking cut, and he sold them for himself, but he never made no autos and gave them to me. So I don't know what the fuck this guy's doing. And that's just how this industry goes sometimes. It is what it is. Don't always meet all your heroes, guys. Facts, unfortunately, it is. Hell yeah. Yeah, bro. That's real shit. Real shit. Still, though, no hate, you know what I mean? But I gotta say what it is. I can't be sugarcoating it to save people. Because that's corny. Nobody does that shit for me, so fuck them. If someone gives you their breeder cut on the terms that you're gonna make seeds for them, then you should respect that and give them some seeds. Never got 1 seed back from that shit. You know? Why did I go out of my way and pay for the shipping and send that clone? At a time that I wasn't really releasing it like that. I don't know. But it's all good, man, because that's how you find out who really wants to work with you and who doesn't. And you find out who your friends are, and you find out who the good business people are in the industry, and who stands on their word and who doesn't. And that's life, man. You know? Ran over, though. I'm making my own piff autos. Fuck it. We're still doing it. Getting it done. Take a little longer, but we're doing it, brother. I'm doing it. So at least I know it's going to come out good. Because I won't release it until it is good. But yeah, there's a big market for autoflower seeds. That was the whole point of this convo. Let me see. We got 6 minutes left, guys. If you got any more questions, drop them in the chat. We got so far 21 people on X, 22 people on X, 1 on Twitch, 3 on YouTube, and 4 on IG right now, guys. Tap in. Drop some questions in the chat if you're watching. Now is the time where you can hear what you got to do. You got to be, if you want to become a breeder, right? You have to realize that any clone or seed that you put out there will be bred with. You can't be hating when people breed with your shit. It's corny. be happy that people are using your shit and making your genetics, you know, more known and more grown. Even if you don't always get the credit, it is what it is. The plant doesn't lie. People who are interested will really find out what those genetics are, and they'll trace it back. But, not everyone really cares, and not a lot of people, customer wise, in the cannabis industry really ask about genetics. They just want to smell that batch, and if it's good, they'll smoke it. If it's not good, they won't smoke it. 90% of people, regular consumers, don't care about the genetics or where it came from. Is this for now? Let's go. We got a G Chem and honey banana hash hole, one of my favorite mix-ups. I sprayed too.
I know, I just sprayed too. I'm about to do it again.
This shit is smoking. Those shits are full as hell. That's crazy, the amount of flies here.
It's the whole neighborhood.
Yeah, it's the whole island, right? I mean, mad flies in Hawaii, guys. Mad flies in Hawaii, but still beautiful here. It's better than roaches in New York City. This shit's smoking. Grapefruit chem and honey banana. All right, guys, we only got 3 minutes left. One last question. Drop it in if you want to hear it. If not, I'll catch you on the next one. If you didn't hear already, use code Hawaii, HAWAII, for 50% off on our website. We will ship orders when I get back, February 10th. If you order now, you get 50% off, plus you get a free unreleased pack of seeds that I haven't dropped yet, guys. So go tap in, piffcoastfarms.com. Make sure you're following us on all platforms. Make sure you're subscribed to our email list, because that's where you find the best deals. piffcoastfarms.com. Scroll to the bottom, type in your fucking email. It takes about 3 minutes of your time, and it'll save you a ton of money in the long run if you plan on buying our seeds. So we also have some hoodies up right now, 50% off. You can get a hoodie for $40. It's pretty damn good to me. I'm not really making anything on that. That's the cost to make the hoodies plus the shipping. So take advantage of it right now. Go to piffcoastfarms.com and go tap in. Let's go. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being a part of it. Stay piffy.